Okay, so in this video today we're going to talk about the driver, and as all of my videos, they're always inspired by real golfers. So they're either people that I've got the opportunity to work with online, or they're people like this video is, which is inspired by somebody who's recently been visiting for golf lessons. And what I tend to see is the same characteristical faults, which is why I share it on the channel, and that's why I know that this video will also be really relatable for you. We're talking driver. And what I'm also going to use as the demonstration today, because it is a fantastic swing trainer, is the G-Force. If you're interested in this, there's more details in the description box below. But the most common amateur problem with the driver is the slice. And that's what we're going to be talking about, how to fix that today, and in particular how you can sort of change your release. So you can change what your hands are doing to help you in a big way start hitting maybe more draws, or at least start to reduce how much curvature you're seeing on the driver. Now, the G-Force, like I say, is a really good training aid because of the whippy nature in the club shaft. And what also happens is it allows you to have, there's lots of torquing in the club shaft as well. So for our golfer who slices, okay, the driver, then what is happening is that that kind of golfer is swinging like so. So the right shoulder is coming over, the right hip or the trail hip is coming forward, and this kind of makes the hands work too far in front of the body. Now, if you're the further in front of your hands, work in front of your body, if I do it like this, the more the club face will open. The closer your arms are to your body, the more the club face will, should we say, close. So if you're a slicer, the last thing you want is that trail shoulder moving forward, moving towards your target line, that trail hip moving towards your target line, because it throws the hands further and further in front, which opens the face. So what you need to feel, and this is something I've been working with a student recently, which is working really well, is to kind of just get more of a sense as you start the downswing, you kind of just want to get a little bit more of a feeling that you're just sort of throwing the club to the side of you. Now, the G-Force again is great because you can see how dramatized that sensation of whipping the club is. But again, the benefit of this is not only does it stop you from swinging over the ball, but what it also does is it helps the club face come down squarer. So it's theoretically much easier to get that club face square on the back of the golf ball. Now, what's also very beneficial about this type of release pattern is that, yes, you might argue you might lose a little bit of distance because your hands are working wider and more away from the golf ball. But what we're also basically kind of saying is that, well, with the driver, there needs to be an element of width anyway. And for somebody who slices the ball, to be honest, you could sacrifice a little bit of club head speed, improve your club path and club face, and you can start gaining distance. So this is a really very applicable type of release for a golfer who is fundamentally, I would say, struggling with left to right curvature for a right-handed golfer. And what we can see is from this sort of face-on perspective here, is as I start the downswing, we're sort of just talking about this feeling of sort of throwing the club down towards the side. I mean, it encourages the hands to work on a wider path, like so. So that again, in turn, is going to help that feeling of hitting more up on the ball, as opposed to the kind of golfer who kind of goes trail shoulder forward. See how narrow the hands come down, which then actually sort of force you to stand the club up. So it's a great feeling because not only is it introducing width from the face-on perspective, so it helps the club rise up in the hit, but what it also does is it helps you get the feeling of your arms staying closer to your body, which helps the club face out. So, like I say, if you want to sort of tempt yourself, then this is great. But this is the kind of thing that you can put straight into practice. And of course, for those of you that are probably going to ask the question, can you do this with your 3-wood? Can you do this type of release with your irons? Of course you can. All you need to do is you just need to make sure when you're doing this type of release, if you're going to start thinking more about width, you just need to make sure you're still moving towards your lead side. Otherwise, the bottom of the swing might just start to hit the ground a little bit too soon. But it will make a big difference to golfers that struggle with your club path and your club face. So I'd strongly suggest trying it out. I'll see you guys again really soon.